What's up, y'all? Welcome back. Welcome back. We inside today. It was freezing yesterday, so I know better. Got my little, exactly. You see it. It says create. And it wasn't on purpose. I just genuinely love this mug. Okay. So let's just dive right in because something I want to bring up as a topic of interest, okay, is how we have to quiet some of the noise. There's a lot of noise, there's a lot of buzz right now going on throughout the YouTube algorithm. You probably see random videos popping up out of nowhere, people you have not even heard of. You're starting to hear about them. And there's some videos that are saying how to blow up on YouTube, how to get monetized on YouTube. It's easy to get monetized on YouTube. Start your YouTube channel. It's 2025. It's so much noise. So let this, for the next few minutes, be a good, calm, chill chit chat about how we can silence the noise and just lock in, focus in on what our personal goals are and not get so intertwined in everything that's circulating throughout the YouTube algorithm. Okay. So first thing I want to mention is how being yourself is enough to grow on YouTube. I know there's videos showing tutorials on how to do the best thumbnail, how to turn on the settings to do, or to get more views and to get more growth. All that's great. And I appreciate them. I love them. Okay. I use them. I study them. So that's great. I'm not knocking any of that, but there's not enough emphasis put on just showing up as yourself. And the next question is, well, how do I do that? That's a common struggle, believe it or not, with a lot of people, which is why there's a lot of people who aren't creating a YouTube channel, because there's like a weird fine line between like, I want to be myself, but I also want to be relatable and make good content. But see, that's also a category of believing that yourself is enough to show up on a channel that people will relate to and appreciate, opposed to, I'm going to shy away from the internet. I'm going to shy away from YouTube because I don't feel like my content or my personality is enough to shine in this type of space. And I'm here to tell you that it is. Everybody is different. Everybody is unique and everybody is creative in their own way. And that goes so far in the creative space of YouTube. So one way you can silence the noise and filter through all the stuff that you've probably been watching up until this video is to just lock into you. This is YouTube, okay? So don't feel like you have to be on. You know how, I think it was yesterday's video, the video before, where I mentioned like, you don't need a YouTube voice, or you don't need to like do more than what you normally or like regularly would do. If you're not an extra person, you don't have to be extra. If you're not a loud person, you don't have to be loud. If you're a quiet person, don't force yourself to be a not so quiet person. Show up as yourself. There is someone on the other side of the screen that will value and appreciate whatever it is you have to say as the person that you are. So if you don't want to get done up, don't get done up. If you want to do a little razzle dazzle, like today, I did a little razzle. I put on my little earrings, and it's still a little leftover from work today, which is convenient because I could just, I clocked out of my real job and came into my side job, which is YouTube. If that's convenient for you, that's convenient for you. If you want to be low key, be low key. You don't have to turn on and off for YouTube. There's already a lot of artificial things going on, and you don't have to be another thing added to that. So let me just remind you that your authentic self is more than enough. It's beyond enough to show up and have somebody value what it is that you have to say. So that's that. Okay? Be you for you. It's YouTube. You. So whatever that looks like, it's beautiful. And I believe in you and I'm rooting for you. Just take that initial step into believing it for yourself. I can say it until I'm blue in the face that you are enough and that you're creative and that you're unique and that you're wonderfully made, and you don't have to have the special whatever chemicals and things that people think that you pour into YouTube to make them great. It doesn't exist. Perfect doesn't exist. So don't aim for perfection, aim for progress, okay? Just take those steps and you'll get comfortable and you'll get more into your rhythm the more that you do it. So that's one thing I want to talk about. Another thing I want to talk about is, hold on, something's in my eye and I don't know what it is. Okay, we're back. So another thing I want to talk about is how you cannot overconsume content to like a fault. What do I mean? When you overconsume content, even if it is trending, even if it is working for all these other creators, you're going to pass so much time studying what they're doing, what they're saying, what they're typing in their description box, what their commenters are saying, and waiting to see their growth, that you're wasting time growing your own platform. It would be way more easier if you just limit yourself to the maybe top 2 or 3 creators that you like, watch whatever their most recent upload is, take a few keynotes, and then jump on and interpret what you've learned in your own way. Make it unique to you, make it valuable. If it's valuable to you, it's going to be valuable to whoever you're speaking to in your audience. But do not fall into the trap of overconsumption. We've all been there. We're in an age of social media, so it's easy to overconsume, but you don't want to get comfortable doing that, because it really makes you miss out on opportunities to display your own creativity and your own uniqueness on whatever platform it is. Because that goes for any other platform. It's not just YouTube. We can scroll and scroll and scroll for hours and watch TikToks and Instagram. But if your goal is to get monetized on YouTube, which why wouldn't you want to? This is something that you love. You should get paid for it. It's a passion. You should get paid for your passion. And YouTube wants to do that. It's making it easy right now to do that. And so it becomes easier when you just lock into, again, you. Lock into you. Watch you. Okay? Watching everybody else is fine. You want to root and support other people. You want to root for and support other people, but you want to make time to pour into yourself too. You want to hype yourself up too. You want to like what you put out too. You're doing it for everything else that you watch. Why not have that same energy towards your products, your creativity, your videos, your uploads? You get what I'm saying? Like, it's something that I feel like I'm not sure who needed to hear this. Maybe I need to hear it. You know, I could do better about hyping myself up, because I've been there. I've been shy. I've been camera shy. I've been shying away from uploading videos like this because, you know, I would play like this game in my head. Like, if it's not like this, it won't be good enough. How would I know if I don't try? I always tell y'all to just try, because the worst that can happen is you don't like the outcome. You find out it's not for you, and you can just simply delete the upload from YouTube, delete the post from Instagram, delete the TikTok, whatever other platform you want to use. But if YouTube wants to make a way for us creatives to get on here as our creative selves, share some value, support each other, and give us a check for it, what are we doing? You don't want to be using this time where you could be growing your channel over consuming other people's channels. Show love, show support, but also pour back into yourself too. That same kind of love you're giving to these other platforms and channels, give it to yourself. It's only going to benefit you in the long run. And something else that I see that comes up a lot, or I shouldn't say a lot, at least in my experience since I've grown, or since I've started my YouTube channel in this short amount of time, I study comments. I even see comments under comments that I leave on other people's platform. And there's people that talk about, you know, can you share things about growth? Not to me, but to other creators. Like, I see people asking, like, how do you grow from this amount of subscribers to that amount of subscribers? Or what other topics can I talk about that will interest my audience? Like, what can I do to like gain more interest in what I'm saying? And my take on it is, like I said, I'm not a YouTube guru or a specialist by any means. I'm just growing as I go. I'm learning as I go. And it's a lot of trial and error on the back end. It takes a lot for me to get in front of here and tell you what I'm telling you, but I am doing my homework. I'm studying. I'm watching the algorithm. I'm seeing what other creators are doing on their platforms, and I'm rooting for them. I am supporting them, but I'm also giving back to myself the same knowledge that I'm trying to give to y'all. I'm not going to give you guys something that I don't myself want to practice, if that makes sense. So when I see those questions popping up on different videos, on different topics, and how to do this, or can you show me how this and that? The thing is, there's a strategy for every strategy on this platform. You have to do your homework. Sometimes these platforms or these content creators aren't always going to like hold everybody's hands as much as we would like to. You know, that's in the ideal world, that's how it would be. It would be more one-on-one interaction, you know, as if we were in person and you asked me how to do A, B, C, or D. I would love to just sit down and break down every single detail. But the thing is, all it takes is a little consistency with studying the algorithm, study what's being pushed out into the platform and what your top creators are talking about. Because you only need 2 to 3 that you can model after. You find 2 to 3 content creators within your niche, study their patterns and what they do, and it's not like it takes all day either. You've been following them for however long. Some of them are newer and they just blown up because of their consistency and what, you know, they did to grow on their platform, and you've been admiring them from afar. So it doesn't matter how long or how not so long somebody's been on YouTube. If you like what you see and you get value from what the person is saying, you can always just pull from that. Watch what they do, interpret it, internalize it, and make it your own. That's the formula. That's the strategy. Because I feel like, and this is just me being real, what one creator says is not always equal to what another creator says. Now, not saying that both aren't being truthful in what they know. It's just, it's a reason why there's different opinions about how to do certain strategies. It's because maybe one had a trial and error and they know how to do it correctly, or the other one just like copied and pasted from someone else and tries to present it as if it's the end all be all. When really at the end of the day, there's not a lot in here, by the way, so I'm not going to spill anything. But at the end of the day, the main strategy that I feel like is more reliable is you doing your homework. You go understand analytics. You go understand YouTube Studio. If you do consume content longer than the usual, I would be consuming content about how to understand the back end of YouTube. Because the back end of YouTube is what you're going to have to understand, because the back end of YouTube is going to be the thing showing you what you're going to get paid in the first place, how you're going to get paid, how far on track or off track you are to get monetized. So if I were you and I was in the comment section asking, how do I do this? I'm not seeing any growth. I don't see any views. How do I get subscribers? Go do your homework and understand the back end of your YouTube channel. Go to YouTube Studio and really, if there's something that looks weird to you, it's probably because you're not familiar with it. Get familiar with it. Get familiar with the inside of YouTube, because what you see on the outside is not always the end all be all either. People present themselves and the information is being presented in such an aesthetic way, and how people speak and all this and that and the third. But when you do your research and you go to the back end of YouTube and you really see what analytics mean, if you know how to do a little bit of SEO, you're even better. But you don't even have to have that. Just understand what YouTube is asking. What is this back end or this dashboard trying to tell me about my growth? What is it trying to tell me about the interactions I get from my followers? What is this telling me about basically what can I improve on? What have I improved on? If you understand that, if you know how to open up your dashboard of your YouTube Studio and read that and then make tweaks depending on what it's telling you, then that's a strategy within itself. It starts there. It starts with your own progress. You can't look at somebody else's progress and their experience and what they've learned and what they've done and say, okay, if I do that exact same thing, it's going to happen exactly that same way for me. That's just not realistic. It's possible. You can copy and paste somebody's methods and how to do things, but it's more beneficial if you understand what you're looking at for yourself, rather than relying on the idea that you just followed the steps of someone else, assuming that it was going to be the same outcome for you. That's just my word of advice. And that's what I found to be very helpful for me. So it's not always going to be a perfect video that pops up and tells you do A, and then after A, you go to B, and then after B, you go to C. Because even when it is like that, there's always still 1 or 2 steps that you didn't do, which is why you didn't get the results that you were hoping for. So whenever I find out something, or if I do some research, I always test it first. So at least that's one good thing about this channel. On Erica Loves Cameras, if I see something's working for me, I want to be helpful. I want to be a source of help for you or anyone else who's just now starting out. If you want to start your YouTube channel and you're timid because you don't really know exactly what it takes to grow, I just gave you a big tip right there. Like, you just got to do your homework, do your research, and understand the platform. And that just goes for anything. Understand the platform that you're using, understand how it works, and it will take you places. Trust me on that. So those are just a few things that I've been seeing, like in the comment sections, that have come up as questions. And I'm like, I'm not an expert at all, but I really do take into consideration some of the same questions that I may have. And whatever I find, I just like to share. That's what this platform is all about. I want to support you, and I love to see the support that's been coming towards other YouTube creators who are just trying to grow their channel. We just want to create content, grow our channels, monetize our passion. YouTube is going to help us do that, but we have to understand YouTube like just as much as the bigger content creators. The thing is, they have big platforms, not because, they're just, this unique product of YouTube. They've grown into their identity on this platform. They've done their homework. They've studied the platform that they're using. We have to do the same thing. It's not just going to be handed to us, as easy as that would be. Nothing is ever just going to be handed to you. But if you're willing to do the groundwork, it's so worth it. Because imagine 3 months from now, if you start studying this app right now, or this platform, and you start off not knowing what to talk about, in 3 months from now, if you understand what you're doing now, you'll be eligible to teach what you've gathered over those 3 months. And who knows where that video could take you. So it's only good that can come from just doing your homework and doing your part. And that's something I want to encourage y'all to do today. Like, stop thinking that you have to wait until you know something or wait until something happens in order for you to start uploading good content. Content that you put out with authenticity, with being genuine, with being yourself, that's great content. Forget good content. Just you putting yourself out there and showing that you're willing to let people see this part of your life, unfiltered, unbothered, just confident in what you know and what you want to share, and the love that you have for content creation. That's amazing. And you should be so proud of yourself for that. I'm proud of you. So I guess I'll just leave that with y'all. I know I've said quite a bit, but I hope that you pull something out of what I've said so that you can also implement these things into your platform, because I do believe that this thing could work if we understand exactly how to use the platform to the full. Not just going around the easy way and watching other content creators like spoon feed us what they know. We have to do our part too as small creators. So let's get out there. If you have not uploaded your video or even recorded it, girl, get it together. Guy, get it together. Get up, sit down, whatever you want to do. Say a few things, share some value, spread some love and positivity, and mind your business. That's all you got to do. Upload and mind your business. So I hope that something at some point made you smile today. And if not, I hope that you smile about something before you go to sleep tonight. And I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching another Erica Loves Cameras YouTube video. That's still crazy to say. Still getting used to it. Okay? Anyway, y'all, let me stop. But I will see y'all on the next video. Okay? Bye.